Hi, everybody. So I'm out here with Daisy and Ash again, just because I didn't want you guys to be bored while I talk about something brutal. I think it's going to be okay. But Shaq and Willow got into another fight, and my husband's like, "Why would you advertise that?" And I said, "Because these guys care about Shaq, and you know her by now, and I know you care about Willow too." And this time I can't really blame Al. In fact, I'll be honest, I will say that he was getting a lot better. Come on, Ashy. He's been doing a lot better with things, but in all honesty, he just cannot read the dog's energy, and it's going to be a huge problem. So I'm also putting this out there so that maybe people can share pointers. Good girl, Daisy, with me about all this. Come on down this way, Daisy, because I'm thinking you guys may have some too, but basically, and this is going to sound shocking, so please don't judge, but there is the possibility that if and only if some absolutely incredible, like better situation than ours, like someone who's already owned Staffords their whole life and would like probably one of the most beautiful girls in the whole entire country and could give her a home with either no dogs or, honestly, I still think that Willow would probably prefer to have a dog around. I just think dogs are that way. And my God, last night, she and Shaq, so our sleeping arrangement is Shaq and Willow sleep with us. And that's only changed after Willow's last litter. I was so proud of her. But, I mean, the dogs like each other. And it's just the hot nature of this breed at times. And what I believe must have happened is either a piece of compost that we started a new compost and Al put eggshells and stuff in there, and I would have done it too, but they seem to be interested in that, or a lizard. They come out in this weather behind the compost bin. So whatever it was, Al said he heard a squeal, which I'm fortunate there because sadly, I seem like I scream a lot. It's because Al's hearing isn't that great, and he heard it. And I was out walking Shaq and Asher and Daisy, and thank God Obi never gets involved in anything. He was just like out of the scene again as usual, and even though they were all three out. So obviously the new rules are going to be as simple and crisp clear as can be, which is that no dogs will be together when I'm not here unless it's Shaq and Obi or Asher and Shaq. That's it. That's the only combination, because I don't even want Asher and Obi with Al loose or in the house, even though I think it's almost nothing that would happen. And Daisy, she and her mom love each other. They play like crazy, but again, Shaq and Willow seem to be very close. They cuddle every night in bed, like touching one another. And so I know Caesar and a couple other trainers say, well, you always see the signs, but there were no signs this time. And I feel that they've been getting along really great. The only thing I see is when energy gets high, and this is what Al doesn't read. He's gotten really good. If they play really hard on the couch, he stops them down even quicker than I do. But what happens is when he came in last night and was talking and they were all in the kitchen together, it got a little bit, they were jumping up to try to say hi to him. And after they jumped down, Willow goes over and does her head to nudge under Shaq's chin. And it's almost like a, hey, you want to start something kind of thing. And that's just Willow. I don't think she's evil or bad. I think, unfortunately, it's just a part of the breed that you do need to live with a lot of them. And I can't say that we wouldn't consider placing her in the perfect home. And I hope no one ever judges me for that. And I won't let her go unless it's that perfect home. But I was talking to my mentors right after it happened, and they don't rehome a lot of females, but they have had to, and they choose to sometimes because they can't live with that many dogs. So they plan it even sometimes. But like they said, Staffords are very easy to rehome. So Marjorie, I don't know if you listen to this channel, but she was someone who didn't quite make the last group of people, only because we had already made our final selections, or she would have been right up on the top there. But she might be someone that I thought of for that. But the other side of it is I'm back to thinking that even though I never thought I would breed a female 3 times, and I can't ask more from how many beautiful puppies Willow gave me, she's also super, super fit and healthy, and we'd breed her right before she turned 5. And I feel like that might be a positive too, because she does seem to get more mellow with each breeding and better with letting the other dogs see the puppies. And that's what's such a heartbreak about this, is everyone was getting better and now this happens. But anyway, the other thing I wanted to say is what the hell did I want to say? Oh, and so I also feel, I'm sorry, but I'm like super traumatized. I've got friends coming in from out of town, dear sweet friends who will give me the space to do what we need to do. I don't really want to visit Shaq in the hospital because I think it'll make it way worse. They told me she needed a bare minimum of 48 hours. And I will say I don't really totally trust that vet at all. It's not my vet, and it's a VCA, and I know the legend about them upping dollars. I'm just praying she's okay, but it's going to be, first it was going to be like, oh, 1,000 something because, it looked like just a puncture. Then all of a sudden, well, we can see her lungs, so it's $4,000. And I don't even care. I don't want to get into the ethics of that right now. But back to my story is, if Daisy, who we were maybe going to breed next winter now, right before she turned 2 in December, and puppies would be born January, February, a month before she turned 2. I'm thinking instead now of maybe waiting a whole year with her, and she'd be over 2, which I haven't done with Willow, and I do feel I have met with great success. And the same with Emma. We did it right before 2 with all tests in except for preliminaries on the hips. But the thing is I think I might do that because it gives Willow and Daisy more time. I don't want to be naive about it. I think they could just love each other and this could still happen. So what I want to do, and this is where I'd like some of your feedback, if any of you think you have ideas, I would like to cut down on Daisy and Willow playing a lot. I've already totally cut down on the 3 Staffords in the yard together when anybody's out and about in the neighborhood or the neighbor's dog is loose, anything like that. But I'm thinking, Daisy, you want to go try this pull rope for just some variety? Anyway, what I'm thinking I might do is if we bred Willow one more time, and then it would seem to me almost criminal, but maybe we place the puppies and someone would want Willow at the same time. I mean, again, that sounds horrible, and I've never done it, and I would have never considered it. But I think partly, if I'm being honest, that's about me and my needs and how much I would miss her, and also because she's stunningly freaking beautiful and a very loving dog towards all humans. She's just not good with other dogs, and the rest of the pack really is. So I think rather than anthropomorphize and feel she'd miss Daisy or any of that, or her brother, if there is somebody out there, and of course I do have some incredible puppy owners from maybe Shaq's first breeding, but even those puppies they're not that old. They're getting near 9, and a couple of them, some of my really great people, Nicole, Dustin, Maria, they all have other dogs from me, so they can't really get Willow. So anyway, it's something to keep in mind. I want everyone to be thinking about it. And Nicole, please, I think, hon, instead of calling you, I'm just going to ask you to listen to this video. I need you to send your good energy. One of my sweet puppy owners is an energy worker, and like a lot of my great puppy owners have great energy anyway, but just please send the loving thoughts of healing for our precious Shaq. And I do believe we can live all the rest of the years without a problem. Oh, and I also want to say that this is a really long video, but I also want to say that VCA told us that Shaq's heart was big, and they immediately went into, so that can happen from a non-grain-free diet, or is she on heartworm prevention? And I just said, hey, that dog doesn't even take a deep breath going up hills or anything, and she's almost 12. Could it be age related? And they said, well, a little. But then I got her to pin down. I said, are you saying her heart's disproportionately big for her age? And she said, yeah, it's big, but she said she would send him to my vet. So we'll see what my vet says. Good boy, Ash, because I would be surprised about that. But that's yet another thing for you guys to know, is if something is up with Shaq's heart, you know, because we do give heartworm prevention, but we don't give it year round. And that means we only stop in the dead of winter when you don't see mosquitoes around here. So we'll see. But the bottom line is that on that one, if Shaq does go, hopefully, at least I'm hoping till she's 16, but I would think at least 15 the way she's been always. I would have thought 16 before this new potentially large heart issue. But anyway, we had her at 2 senior checkups and she came out with flying colors, so the last 2 years. But I guess where I'm going with it is, where the hell am I going with it again now? I'm sorry, I'm just so lack of focus. But I guess what I'm saying is Shaq, Daisy, come on down this way, hon. Is if Shaq can make it 3 to 4 good more years, I think we can prevent anything from happening to her. We just, good girl, come on, baby girl, come on, hon. Al needs to be on the rules. Let's go on your little tug toy days. Al needs to be on the rules. Good girl, Days. Good boy, Ash. Of not having them around together when and right now I'm blessed to be working from home, but I'll go back in June, and Lexi is awesome to give us a day a week even with her new schedule. So I may just have 2 days only where